Hey guys, I'm going to try and post once a night, at least once a day. I'm going to start this video by thanking Sheriff Yuppie for the suggestion on Reincarnation and Karma. Like I said, guys, please comment any suggestions you have, as many topics of conversation as possible, just so I have a wide range of ideas of videos to post daily. Anyway, I'll jump right into it. So, the first thing I want to say about Reincarnation and Karma is I definitely believe in both of them, and I also believe that they're linked. So it's funny that you mentioned them together, because I actually think they're very alike, and they're linked together actually. So a lot of people are under this illusion that consciousness is on a time limit, and basically this is our only life, or that whatever you do in this life, if you do believe in karma, it has to also be happen in this life. But I don't think that's necessarily the case. Not saying those people are wrong, we've never died before, so how can we know? But I personally believe that there's more chance we have to be something else. Our souls, our consciousness, just doesn't seem right for it to just end after one life. Otherwise, what's the point of being here, you know? That's just my personal belief, like I said. If you believe something different, feel free to comment, whatnot. But yeah, well, consciousness creates the universe, really, if you think about it that way. The universe wouldn't exist if there was no one here to observe it, if that makes sense. Animals and humans alike, whatnot. If there's no one here to actually see the universe, it would just be black. There'd be nothing here. We technically are gods. We create the universe for ourselves, really. Yeah, and I believe that's how I think they're linked, is I believe how you behave in this life will determine on where you go in your next one. So I think if you think you got off scot-free with your karma, if you did bad things and you're at the end of your life and you've realized nothing's come back yet, I think, well, don't be so happy yet. Who's going to say where you're going to go in your next one, you know what I mean? Alright, now this is where I think this is going to be the best part of the video, but a lot of you guys are going to think I am a lunatic or crazy or something, because this is something I actually personally believe in so strongly. And it's about the reincarnation part of this topic. Yes, I 110% believe we get reincarnated. And I also believe that we are all sharing the same consciousness. Basically, where I'm going with this is that we will live through everyone's perspective at some point. Every single person that's ever existed. So the way I think of it is when you die, a lot of people believe in reincarnation, but most people think that reincarnation means you'll live somewhere in the future. You will die and then you'll be born in the next generation or something, or it has to be something that hasn't happened before. But how do we know that the afterlife isn't a fourth dimensional place? Fourth dimension, for people that don't understand what dimensions and stuff mean very well, is it's a three-dimensional place, how we live, but time can also be manipulated, as well as the physical aspect of it. So basically what I'm saying is, you might not be reincarnated in the future, you could be reincarnated in the past. You might live in the 1800s in your next life or something. And I think that where you go is determined by how you behave in this life, and not by financial ways, or not by other aspects. It's more how your mind works. The happier you are and the kinder you are, the happier you'll be in the future, in your next life, which means, well, you'd be nicer as well, because the nicer you are here, the nicer you'll be in the next life, because that's what living is really all about. So yeah, it's all in the mind one. I'm not going to say if you behave well in this life, you're going to be a loaded millionaire in the next one, because I think personally that millionaires actually experience a lot more stress than just your average person, and people don't realize that because it's made to make them look like they're living the best life ever. But anyway, I'll talk about that more in a different video. Yeah, so I think that's really how karma works, is that, well, you give yourself karma, because if you act like a dick to someone in this life, if you're a cock to someone, I think you're going to be on the other end of it, because you're going to you already have been them, so you've already got your karma, I guess, or you will be them in your next life. So yeah, I think since I'm saying that we're all literally the same person, we're all the same consciousness, we are the ones that put ourselves here for a reason, to teach us what it means just to exist, if you know what I'm trying to say. So I think we give ourselves our karma, really, because I believe that there is no... The ego is just an illusion that we have for a lifetime. But really, we're just teaching ourselves lessons, so we deserve karma. Like, we know we deserve karma, and that's why it exists. That, like, links in with my personal beliefs on religion as well. Like, I think they're all right and all wrong at the same time. Like, I think they all come from the same place. They all have the same idea, which is originally correct, but then it's passed down like a game of Chinese whisperers or some shit. Ends up making them all kind of twisted and gone a bit off, but I think they all like have the same idea. And I believe they're all actually the same thing. It's just like passed down in different ways. But I'll talk more about that in a different video anyway. Yeah, life is all about balance. What you give in is exactly what you're going to get back, which is basically the whole idea of karma. But yeah, it works in cycles, really. Like, well, you know, you've probably heard the same history repeats itself. It's because the universe is literally made up of the same things, just repeating itself. The idea of that as well is when you make a mistake, it's going to happen again unless you break the cycle and realize what the mistake is. Yeah, so you'll have to face the same lessons over and over again until you get it right. Like, for example, you could be like at your workplace and you're going for an interview, or at a workplace and going for an interview, and you might bump into someone and then just look at them but not apologize and then walk off, and then later on you go into the interview room and they're the guy interviewing you for the job. Obviously you're not going to get it. Now you can either be pissed off and go, oh, that was just a shitty coincidence, and then just do the same thing again at your next place and there's a good chance it's going to happen again or something similar. Or you can be like, oh shit, like take fault, like be like, oh shit, this is my fault. I should just start being nice to everyone just like for that reason, like, cause shit like that could happen if I'm just being a dick for no reason. Like, I don't see why people are like that, to be honest. Like, I don't get it. Like, if you had the choice to either be a good person and just go out of your way to say sorry, or be a bad person and just not say sorry, like, why wouldn't you choose just being a good person, you know? Even if it's not for yourself, just for the sake of being a good person. That's what I don't get, but that's also how I believe karma, like, definitely works. But yeah, like, even though I was saying that karma can get you in like a different lifetime or whatnot and stuff like that, like, yes, I also believe very strongly in, you know, your current ego's karma as well. And it's all about how you respond. I think the world's just made up of energies. Like, every single person has that sixth sense where you can kind of detect if someone's a good person or not on first glance. I know I get it all the time. Whenever I meet someone, I feel like straight away I know like what energy they radiate. I know that probably sounds crazy, but I feel like a lot of people, you know, just have that like feeling, like that gut feeling, that sixth sense. And I feel like karma works in that way too. Is the shitter person you are, the more bad energy you're gonna radiate, and it's just gonna naturally make people not want to be around you and stuff like that. But I also believe that, yeah, it's literally your like deep self, like you deep inside, knowing that you deserve to be punished, basically. So that's why I think the biggest personal way that karma works is self-pity. For example, you could be addicted to drugs or something. It's ruining your life. It's making your relationship with your family bad. Financially, it's affecting you. Now, you can either go pull your head in and go, hold on, this needs to change. Like, I need to try my hardest at least to do something about this and get out of it, make up with my family, start working on saving money and getting help and trying to get out of it. And then if you manage to do that, you try your hardest, you've already had your karma just for the fact that you were addicted to it and things weren't good for you. And what's funny is the worse shit you go through in your life, the more grateful you are for the good. So if you manage to get out of that cycle and you manage to start getting on your feet and things start going well, you're actually going to be much happier than just your average person who hasn't really been through a lot. Because it's all about balance, you know. If you're able to at least put in the effort, you can go through the worst things in your life, but that would just make the best things so much better. You know, it evens out in the end, you know. It's just, a lot of people, I think, need to think more of like that. Like, so basically, if you're ever in that situation, like, you just got to be strong. Like, just try your hardest. At least put in the effort to get out of it and make up for anyone you may have hurt in the past. But anyway, the other way that could go down, though, you're addicted to drugs, affecting your family life, your money and whatnot, you can just wallow in self-pity, which is the biggest flaw I think we have as humans. Because then what's going to happen is you're going to feel so sorry for yourself that you're going to be super depressed, and you're going to keep doing drugs and whatnot because you think that's the only way to help. And then it's just going to go worse and worse and worse, so far that you're not going to be able to get out. Then once you get to that point, it makes putting in the effort so much harder because you already dug yourself such a huge hole. Not saying that means you should just give up. I'm still saying you should try your hardest to, try your hardest, but it's going to take so much more effort to do. And I guess that's the karma that you'll get for it. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to get out of this is, it's okay to feel like, to know when bad stuff has happened to you or whatnot, but there's no point feeling sorry for yourself. Like, that's not going to get you anywhere but make you feel more depressed. Then the more you tell yourself that your life is shit, the more shit it's going to feel, because you literally control everything. Everything around you control just by the way you think. And if that's the way you're choosing to think, well, then you've just fucked it for yourself, and you have no one to blame but yourself, really. So basically, if I had to answer a question about my own opinion that I was asked by Sheriff, it would be, yep, definitely believe in reincarnation, as I clearly stated, and that karma is definitely something that's always going to be with us. Might affect you in this this lifetime, might affect you in your next. It will definitely come back. Everything just works in balance. It's just mirrored. Exactly what you give is exactly what you're going to get back at some point, like 50-50. It's dead on. Yeah, but like I said, I think we all share a consciousness. We're all actually one. So any karma we get is just ourselves teaching us our own lessons. So that karma is an internal thing. Even if you think it's happening from someone else, that's still an internal thing. It's for you to learn a lesson, whatnot. That's all on you. It's all in your consciousness. Like I said, we all share a consciousness. The other person's consciousness is your consciousness. And yeah, so basically what I'd say to people, an advice would be, just be nice to people. Because I might be wrong. Maybe I'm not going to be you, maybe you're not going to be me at some point. But even if I'm wrong, at least I'm living my whole life trying my hardest to be as nice to as many people as I can. Yeah, because there could be so many different things that happen when we die. This is just personal belief. But what's the point of choosing to be an arsehole if you disagree with me, or choosing to be nice just in case it could be a possibility? That's really all I have for this video, so thanks so much again for the suggestion. I would really appreciate if anyone else has anything else to suggest, because it will give me more ideas, and then I can definitely make sure I post every night and stuff like that. But yeah, please make sure to like and subscribe as well, so it helps me, well, helps my videos get around, because I feel like there'd be a lot of people that are actually interested in listening to this sort of stuff. So if anyone could do that, or just, spread the word around, whatnot, that would mean so much to me. And yeah, my goal as well is to have maybe 2 more comments in the sections from 2 different people, or the same person, about another video I should post tomorrow night or later on in the week and stuff like that. I say